So Patrick, allow me to continue. Now, assuming that I've picked that data from the Excel sheet now and move it to a different Excel sheet for analysis purposes. So this is the data that, as you can see on the screen, sex, you have data on age, and you have data on the level of education. So I converted it, of course, numeric. I've used a formula here. If, for instance, sex is equals male, then that is equated to 1 and so on. Same case for the, I've used a formula here to make it easy, and of course formula here. Then I've copied that data. Of course we have this as the sales, so I've used a formula here so that I'm assuming these sales are in shillings. So I've used a formula here to convert, to make work easier. And then of course I have picked the 3 columns, that is B. I've also picked D and F, and moved them. As you can see, I've moved them here so that I've moved the data here without the formulas. These are just plain data, as you can see, plain data. It doesn't, without the formulas. I copied and pasted the numbers or the values. So here we have our y, and here we have the x's, if you so wish, for regression analysis purposes. So what I've done now, after I've done this, is just selecting the data analysis tool, selecting regression as the option, click on OK, then select the input range y. As you can see, is already highlighted, is the input range. Then I've selected the output range. As you can see, is already multiple highlighted. And the reason why I had to move really this one to this side is to ensure they are together. They are not split. The columns are together. That is how regression in Excel works. Then I've selected a new worksheet and then clicked on OK. That regression tool now will create the regression results that we desire automatically and move them into a new worksheet, in this case sheet 4, and that's what you're seeing here. So here we have the summary of the output. You can see the multiple R square, adjusted R square, standard error, and the observation. Now which are basically the count of the respondents. You can see the regression, residual, and the total. Now of interest to us probably is the intercept. This is the y-intercept. As you know, y is equals mx plus c. So we have the intercept on the y, and this is 829.9. Then we have the various independent variables, and of course their coefficients, which basically is a gradient, 20, 26, negative 45. It means then that if this is positive, if the gradient is positive, that the relationship between y and x1 is basically one of, we say, y increases when x is increasing. Same case, y increases when x2 is increasing. Now y reduces when x3 is increasing, which means that now the level of education, the higher you go in education, then the rest of the sales you have. This means that if this is about sex, then it means if you are male, then you're likely to have more sales. This the second one is about age. It means probably the older you are, the better you could be in sales. And of course this is not very correct, because I had to, the part to do with the sales per day, I had to edit it and put my own figures, random figures, and that's why probably you're seeing the data this way. But if you go back to what we had done, the analysis we had done, you may discover that that analysis, I don't know whether I have it here, let me see. The copy sheet, Excel. Oh yeah, this is it. So similar to what I've just displayed, and you can see the coefficient here. If you scroll up, you see, of course the data on sales was not there. This is much less, as you can see, but there's a lot more information that we have in these results than meets the eye there. Let me go back to the sheet which I was working on. So you can see we have the coefficient, we have the standard error, this plus or minus, and then we have of course the t-stat. This is we use this one when you want to carry out test hypothesis, the null hypothesis, that kind of a thing. The p-value, the lower, of course you can see also we have the significance. There's a lot more that we can use for purposes of elaborating on this data, but for us the most important thing are the coefficients. With them we can work out the values based, given the independent variable you can work out, given the dependent variables you can work out the dependent variable. That's what it means. I think at that point I've demonstrated how you do regression analysis using Excel, and I hope that you're really going to see that it is just something simple, and I hope that it is adequate. If it's not, you can request me for some more videos. Thank you.